Here come the sides for the next game. Experts and the Loonies. It's all smiles. A huge moment for these players. Here they come. Loonies in white. We're always with you, say the fans. And the experts in blue. You cast your eyes on this side. You mentioned some of those star players. Give us some of the other star players to watch.
Yeah, I talked about the Loonies, and you look at the experts who are filled with physical finishers. Kristi Kirshe, who obviously just came from the Olympics. Jade McGrath, MVP of the club women's sevens tournament. Summer Jones, who just came back from the Fast Four, just to name a few of those players. Now, what's interesting about the experts is they actually don't have too many playmakers. Lauren Doyle is assistant coaching, was supposed to be playing with them. Unfortunately, got a late injury, as well as below Maitatoga. So I think the question here, first, everyone's got to worry about calming their nerves, but I think where the Loonies have maybe a bit of an advantage is being able to pressure really highly and on defense and be able to make the experts make a mistake here.
Referee Devon Okra, international sensation herself. So kicking off from right to left, the experts in the second women's clash here at the Premier Rugby Sevens. Comes down to the Loonies in white. Straight away they get Sophie Pers. Flicks it out of the hands over the top to Spiff Cedric. Not the best start for their side.
Unfortunately, just a matter of hands there. Now let's see what the experts can do. They want to get this clean ball.
Oh, it's been
unfortunately doesn't go quite there.
Stolen at the line out by the Loonies. They do well there. Ball with Nana Favesi, the experienced veteran in the team. The women's US Eagles gets the bump on and the offload. Well, dummy shown there on that far side. Hayley Tafo'o will win this race to the line. And it came from nothing, really. And they get the first score in this game. A tremendous effort from inside their 22.
And again, just high pressure from the Loonies from the get-go. As you just said, they were pinned back down in their half. They were just able to come flying up, make the experts make a mistake there. And then it was just a matter of going forward. A nice little offload to Hayley Tafu, who recently came from the ARPTC, which has been really a breeding ground, especially for these female athletes, which is just a state over in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Kick goes to the side, but it's 5-0. Hayley Tafu, American Pro Training Center, as well as the US 15s program. 27-year-old who is half Tongan. As Alev Kelter, so great to see Alev Kelter back in the mix on the field. Booting down there and good take by the experts. In midfield, a big collision. Ball is still available. Looping around there was Bridget Kahili, and then the gap opens up. Amanda Berta thrown to the ground. Very strong contact from Kelter that forces the turnover, and taps and goes herself in midfield. Julia Folk with a dummy. And then a bounce pass to Sarah Levy, not the best.
Again, just leading by example there. I mean, how many times have you seen Alev Kelter go in there for the easy poach and then be able to turn it over with a nice quick tap? Again, you are going to see this high pressure defense from the Loonies all game, and it's going to be a matter of the experts really trying to use their physicality and making sure that they keep supporting in the breakdown, because they have such powerful finishers that I think you can really see will stretch the field and really go up forward.
Experts in blue. Haley shifts it away, looking for a switch in midfield. Bounces up to Alev Kelter. Flicks it away to Levy on the outside. Levy, the winger in 15s, needs no invitation to the try line. And Sarah has the second score for the Loonies.
Probably one of the easiest tries that you'll see Sarah Levy score all day. Again, heads up play by Alev Kelter. She knew that she was going to ground. She knew she had one outside of her, and all Levy had to do was just pick up the ball and run a few meters up, score that try. Also been in the 7s and 15s pool for quite some time, so having that little chemistry certainly doesn't hurt.
Yeah, such an exciting player. We saw her on the World Rugby 7 Series in the Fast Four, representing the US Eagles in Canada. First two events on the series there as well.
Dallin, you must like that Safa connection there.
I really do. Born in Cape Town, my hometown. Some of her family members played a lot of rugby. Her grandfather, Dr. Louis Barbara, was a Springbok back in the day. So great rugby stock. Ball bounces up with the restart. So vital to maintain possession. It comes with Kvaavesi, specialist in the US Army. That first receiver, Cedric. Second oldest of 11 siblings as Kelter goes on the outside again. Finds Levy. The in, out from Levy's magic. See you later. Sarah Levy has a double in this clash.
And again, just some nice chemistry. This one was a little bit more complicated than the last there. But as you'll see in this replay coming up, easy for maybe, a little show and go from Levy. But what was nice about that we didn't quite see in that replay was Kelter was able to probe the last two defenders on the outside. When you see Alev Kelter across from you, you are going to hesitate. You are not going to push off of her. And so what Kelter was able to do was make not just the defender in front of her, but the defender on the outside commit to her and then be able to step in that little gap to give Levy a little bit more space so that all she had to do was take one step and then finish the try.
Kick will go to the side, 17-0. Yep, I saw the players at breakfast this morning and Alev Kelter, such a strong frame. She was so happy to be back in the fray. And feeding Sarah Levy on the outside there, the 25-year-old to play with the San Diego Surfers. And that's Kristi Kirshe. We haven't had a chance to call her name yet. The captain wearing 12 returns 27 years old on October 14th. HSBC World Rugby Dream Team player, but has been silent so far without possession. Kick needs to go 10. Jumping up and knocking it down, and finally it does come the way of the experts. Flicked here to Suia Au. What a player Suia Au is for the US Eagles. Au bust free. So hard to stop. Suia Au for the line. Kelter's there. Thrown back in field. Dangerous runner is Suia Au.
And that's exactly the kind of physicality that you need to see from the experts this entire game. Great little offload from Jade McGrath there, and then you just see her take on that contact with full confidence and full stride.
Would like to see Au just have a crack, keep going for the line.
Yes. You could tell that she maybe got a little bit intimidated by Kelter there. That's where you see the differences in experience in the decision making there.
Ball on the ground behind the line for Levy. Spins free and spliffs Cedric. In fact, Cedric does well from her own goal line, the 23-year-old. 2 tournaments for the US side, but gives away a penalty for holding on. Tap and go in the experts. Can they get into this game in the first half? Final few moments of the first 7. Good, strong fan. Big tackle back. Kirshe's there. We'll go quickly. Hard to stop here from this range. Kirshe. Say my name, says Kristi Kirshe. She gets the first score for the experts.
And that's the kind of try that the experts need to really just build that momentum there. You saw from that strong carry from Au at the beginning, and then Kahili being able to just quick tap and get that ball out and draw that penalty for a pretty easy finish by Kristi Kirshe. You just said, Dallin, that we haven't seen too much of her yet, but what's awesome about Kristi Kirshe, who has really just taken the World Sevens scene by storm, is that the kind of tournament that this allows her to do is also develop her leadership experience, right? She's still a fairly new player on the circuit, so her being able to get this experience to help lead her team is just going to pay tremendous dividends for Team USA.
Yep, Alev Kelter, her teammate for the USA, now going head-to-head. 2 of the best players in the world strutting their stuff here at the 2021 Premier Sevens in the inaugural tournament. For a dummy there is Kvaavesi, turns it back in the infield. Big, strong contact coming in on the Loonies that lead 17 points to 5. Shift and go there from Cedric. Spot contact coming in midfield, and Delaney Aikens, a 21-year-old out of the Canadian women's program. Now Folk puts the kick over the top. Chasing there is Levy. Comes to Kirshe, who looked like took a bump earlier after scoring that try. And that will close the first half play here in this women's clash between the experts and the Loonies. And it's the Loonies that lead 17-5 here in Memphis, Tennessee. Time for a short break. We'll be right back. Second half continues here. The Loonies up 17-5 against the experts at the Premier Sevens event. And just a moment ago, the Olympian Kristi Kirshe took a huge knock and has left the field. That's the last look at the try scorer. A huge blow for this expert side that really don't need that in this clash. And this is her right now. Here she is. It's the ankle. And great footage we get to see there of Kristi Kirshe a World Series dream team player at 3 different tournaments and for the series, will be missed as Loonies captain Alev Kelter restarts. They're in white are the leaders, the Loonies, to Kelter in midfield. Kelter loves to have a crack herself, not able to get through, but left the ball on the ground, able to get to her feet. Barbesi at short range, who led the US Eagles in Edmonton and Vancouver Sevens to the Fast Four in recent times. Kelter, flying rush defense, trying to shut down the playmakers. So Kelter goes into the contact, creating a bit of space here for Barbesi. Nana Barbesi flicks it back in field. Kick over the top, a clever little play. How does it set up? Sets up for the experts just in time. Getting there is Emily Samek. And let's hear from Gareth Rees, who's pitch side.
Yeah, just got a good conversation here. She's not too happy to be off the field, but Kristi Kirshe said, I'll be back in. So she's getting that ankle strapped up, and she wants to get back out there playing pro rugby in the U.S. Back to you, Dallin.
Thanks, Gareth. Yeah, the Bostonian will not be stopped.
Yeah, and it looked like she maybe actually first got that little injury when she was scoring that try. It looked like she was slow to get up, but she's tough as nails. She'll be back in soon. She'll
be back in, cheering on her team so far. The Loonies, though, have possession. Looking to ghost around the outside. Big contact coming on Delaney Aikens out of the University of British Columbia. Possession for Barbesi. Gets a switch to Kelter and a bit over space. Alev Kelter. This is what we've come to see from Kelter. Canters in for the Loonies, and they score try number 4 in this pool clash.
And I think you're just starting to see a little bit more chemistry build. It, of course, always helps when you have Nana Barbesi and Alev Kelter playing alongside each other as they regularly do. But just a nice little probing the defense. Nana Barbesi taking that line, running that switch line, seeing what if the defense would bite, seeing Kelter coming hard, and you're always going to take that option.
Oh, and the fancy kick as well off the uprights is successful. 24 points to 5, Alev Kelter. He has 6 or 7 chickens at home, she says. Proud parent is what she puts on her bio. That's a pretty great fact from the sculptor as well. Real talent off the field as well. So impressed with the bios of these players, what they've achieved in a short space of time so far. The Loonies with Kelter, US Eagle Sevens program since 2014. Knockdown. Experts will have the penalty. Tapping and going. Shifting the ball in midfield. KB Slaughter gets the offload away. Still available. And now comes Jade McGrath. Flick down. Emily Samek.
And just unlucky at the finish there, but better from the experts. They were struggling a little bit on the kickoff receipt. You saw that time Summer Jones actually adjusted her body positioning so that she would get the tap back, and then Bridget Keeley was able to spin it out wide. That's much better, and I want to see the impact of KB Slaughter and Nini Persinger-Weathers, 2 players who are very familiar with the 15th circuit as well as the 7th circuit. These are also players who are going to add on the field and hopefully make an impact to make this happen.
Yeah, they really will. Experts coached by Kate Daly and Lauren Doyle. Both fantastic players, represented their country, the US. On the Looney side, you've got Kelly Griffin, who's one of their teammates, and Robin McDowell represented Canada in the men's program. So just highly experienced coaching staff all around, imparting knowledge to the next generation. A lot of learning lessons in this game for the experts, that's for sure. With under 3 to play, 24-5 their trail. Possession now, looking for a little switch. They do really well. And that's Nini Persinger-Weathers into the contact. But just cut down just outside the 22. Ball up there for Summer Jones. Summer Jones, what a live wire. They go well in the contact though. Katie Lowhouse with possession. And now Persinger-Weathers again. Still advantage for the experts. Can they get try number 2 for them? Jones rips it away. Spencer Bolt now back on the outside. Katie Lowhouse, the 24-year-old. Just not going their way so far, the experts.
Unlucky, just got tripped up a little bit there. I think there was a leg on the ground that just got in the way of Summer Jones's hands and the ball there. I think you're seeing players like Spencer Bolt step up on the experts. We talked a little bit at the beginning of the game about how the experts may not have as many playmakers, so you're really relying on Bridget Keeley and Spencer Bolt, both fantastic players, but relatively inexperienced compared to the scene that we have here.
That's right, the Loonies Delaney Aikens, Youth Olympic bronze medalist in 2018, gets away to Kelter, the captain midfield points, puts the kick over the top, says chase that. Sarah Levy. It's a close contest for possession, just boot into touch.
And just a perfectly weighted ball there, and I think that's what you're going to start to see throughout the day, is you'll see continuous questions of the defense, especially by these veterans. Just perfectly weighted ball through, putting more pressure on the defense and just waiting for Sarah Levy to either jump on that ball or Katie Lohaus to kick that ball out. And now they've gained territory and the Loonies have possession.
So these are two of our four women's sides. The Loggerheads lost 12-5 against the Headliners just a bit earlier. These four sides will then go into the semi-finals with Alev Kelter. Huge ball over the top, great pass. Big strong contact. Again, this time coming in from Amanda Hull's been pinched though around the outside. Amanda Berta. Berta's going the distance. It's a stunning effort from the experts. And a wonderful score for Amanda Berta.
Really great heads-up play by Amanda Berta there. For a second, it looked like the Loonies might have run away with another try. Ball was in the hands of Joe Asuman, and unfortunately, when she placed that ball, she just didn't do quite enough work on the ground. Amanda Berta said, give me that ball, I'll take it, and just run down sideline for an easy 5.
Yep, her mom ran track at Southern Illinois University, and her sister was in the swim and dive team. An excellent athlete. Berta currently training for the CrossFit Games in 2022. There's power in those legs and those arms. 24 points to 10. The last little say there from the experts. Give them some confidence going into the next pool game. Once you score, you restart as well. 26-year-old Berta goes deep. Sits up there for Cedric. Winner of the M.A. Sorensen Award in 2020 for Best Collegiate Player. Out of the Life University Running Eagles program. Puts the kick over the top. Berta intercollect after scoring that brilliant try. Wow, what a move. A spin move as well. Still going. One-handed flick and dish into midfield. Jed McGrath gets it away. Now they go with Lohaus. Still available. Great bit of skill. Kahili Lay and on the outside, still going. KB Slaughter with a fan. So close. The experts give away possession, but that was an excellent passage of play, just ending near the line.
Oh, so tough on the experts there, and of course the Loonies just going to finish it out. But what would have been probably the try of the game, hands down. But as you said, Dallin, these four teams are all going to go to the semifinals. So right now, it's all about building that chemistry, building that team dynamic.
2 tries from Alev Kelter puts her side up in this score. 24 points to 10. The Loonies beat the experts in this women's clash. Some tremendous action all around. Stay with us. More to come here from Memphis, Tennessee.